And we're back now with what some call a solar spat in rural Sussex County. You can file this under "Not in My Backyard." The company is looking to build a solar power farm on the border with Southampton and Surrey counties. 10 at your side's Andy Fox has a look at who doesn't want the panels to be planted.
Well, this is what I would call ground zero for this particular installation called Blackwater.
When you get to the town of Wakefield, you find signs of discontent, a pitched battle protest against industrial solar power.
The farm was actually deeded to my grandmother's family.
Drone 10 shows the land in Molly Dowless's family since King George II, dating back to 1747. Dowless turned down Idaho-based Clean Air's $2.4 million offer to lease 50 acres of her property to install solar panels like these.
Once I started learning what was involved in converting land into industrial solar, the decision was very easy.
Dowless fears the $1 billion Blackwater solar project could mean massive clear-cutting of trees over thousands of acres in Sussex County.
You've changed the dynamics of the land. You've gotten rid of the root structures, the systems in place that keep erosion from happening. And think about the Dust Bowl. The topsoil was gone, and what happened? The land was not productive anymore.
Sensing opposition to the project, Clean Air scaled back a possible 9,000 acres to 6,000 acres to the current proposed 4,800 acres, which is about 25% the land mass of Portsmouth. Ed Rumler is Clean Air's Director of Development.
We've significantly shrunk the project in terms of acreage and actual megawatt size.
Clean Air withdrew the original application, but not before the Sussex County Board of Supervisors voted it down by a 5-2 margin.
We most recently resubmitted our application in October last year,
reducing the solar project to that 4,800 acres. Clean Air eliminated a controversial battery energy storage facility.
Based on feedback from the town of Wakefield.
When you talk about cutting down 5,000 acres of trees and hauling them out of there, that's a lot of construction traffic, which completely degrades the roads.
Rumler says Clean Air considered that complaint.
We've agreed not to use heavy vehicle traffic through the town of Wakefield, immediate repair of roads.
However, for many in opposition, including Dowless, the answer is no under any condition. But not everyone's opposed. County Supervisor Rufus Tyler was one of those 2 votes in favor of the project.
Those funds can be used to improve our infrastructure, public safety, education.
Tyler's referring to site funds under Virginia law given to localities that host a solar farm. In this case, $170 million over 35 years.
The $170 million would be both tax revenue and siting agreement revenue, but the $170 million is the total pie of what would be delivered to the county.
That's why Supervisor Tyler voted for the project, and he fears losing that $170 million.
We might be losing an opportunity, because if we can improve our infrastructure, we can attract more industry. We attract more industry, we can generate more jobs.
We asked Tyler whether he thinks trees are important.
What about the quality of life? I think that's important. What about health care? I think that's important.
As for Dowless,
when you dangle that money in front of a county leader who knows maybe we need new buildings, new schools or something, it makes it for a difficult decision for them. And, I don't envy that position.
There are the 2 sides. No hearing dates have been set, but global issues could impact any project. Clean Air says solar panels come from all over the world. They acknowledge current trade policies, including tariffs, could add cost uncertainty. And you can read more about the Clean Air's Blackwater solar project on my story at wavy.com. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.